Alrighty, today is Monday, August 29th. Time for another Buoy 10 update. Not many of these left. Season's going to be wrapping up here for me soon. And I head upriver and fish up in the St. Helens to Bonneville area. And it sounds like they're finally starting to catch fish up there, which is good, because I was starting to get a little worried that may not be able to go back up river and target those fish up there. I'd have to stay down here. I love it down here. But need to rebook all my customers and tell them to come down here and just chase coho, because there were a lot of fish going by that weren't biting. But sounds like the last couple of days you guys upriver finally starting to find them. Nice work. I appreciate you making me feel a little bit better. Okay, what happened here today? Pretty much same program. This is third day in a row over there on the Washington side, pretty much from Fort on up to Portuguese Point. Today we had just basically right at high slack near first light. And so I went up in the shallow water first and fishing in that 15 to 20 feet of water up on the flats outside of the ditches. Because what happens sometimes on these smaller tides is that the fish will actually push up on those flats and the outgoing tide is not strong enough to pull them down into those ditches. So they'll be up in that shallower water. And we went up there and found an absolute obscene amount of coho. And I think so our first fish we got was nice Chinook. And then after that, it was, I think, 12 wild coho in a row. We were just all dumbfounded. We couldn't believe how many wild coho we kept catching. It was unreal. So it was fun, it was great, but holy cow, man, we wanted to get these folks to get some fish to take home. But ended up switching around and getting in them pretty good. The tide started running a little bit harder, and that sunken island troll started to slow down a little bit. So we kicked over to the other side of the ditch and fished along that edge. There's a couple ditches over there. There's that main middle ditch that we're fishing the edge of that, and then over into South Ditch where it funnels into basically where the bridge is. Right above the bridge is where that South Ditch empties into the main channel on the Washington side. So we just kept fishing those areas there in about 30 foot of water and found plenty of fish. I guess first thing this morning, like I said, is 15, 20 feet of water, and then later on as the tide started running hard, it pulled those fish off those flats, and we picked them up in the 30 feet of water, right roughly in that depth range. So I've been getting asked a lot of questions about how deep on line counters and everything else, and what I keep on reiterating is trust your electronics. Got to trust your electronics. When I see them up in the water column, I fish up. When I see them on the bottom, I get them down on the deck, and whatever number it is for my troll speed, that's where we keep it. And it will change throughout the tide too, because the current speed is different than at the surface is different than the speed of the water at the bottom of the river. So you just need to figure out where you need to be in the water column to get your gear working, feel comfortable that it's somewhat near them. These fish will swim up or even down. Yes, they will actually swim down to your gear and hunt you up. And I've seen it happen on the action target, seen it happen on my 2D. They will come and find you. Just keep it somewhat close to them so that way they don't have to work too hard, make an easy snack for them. The one thing that is kind of different here these last few days is that these fish are actually finally eating. If you've been following along this season, we had several days of, man, we lost 15, 20 plus fish, and it was unreal. They were just coming up and just short striking, and they weren't really turning and engaging with the gear. They weren't hunting. These fish right now, for whatever reason, man, they are getting after it. It is rod folded over, hooks down deep, it's awesome. We aren't losing hardly any fish right now. So it's coming up on Labor Day weekend here this weekend. So there's gonna be a lot of people coming into town. I've already seen the highway here starting to load up, and hopefully a lot of you folks are coming into town as well to go do some fishing, because we got smaller tides. The next couple of days the tides will be dropping, get a little bit smaller, and these fish should not be moving quite as much. So you can, once you find fish, you can stay on them and really whoop on them until you get hopefully your king coho limit. So this weekend, if you guys are coming down, your game plan should be probably fish, smaller tides. You know, there's been a lot of fish caught around marker 1 to 5, even on these smaller tides, a lot of newer fish. I know that the red line, green line over here, Hammond, has actually been doing pretty good. So I would say, I guess fish wherever you're comfortable, wherever you like, because there's fish literally everywhere. I heard yesterday Buoy 10 was good. So everything that we've thought is right about this fishery this season, just throw it out the window. Between the water temperature, the red tide, jellyfish in the river, man, it's been crazy. But if you guys are coming down, you don't need to fish in the fleet. There's plenty of fish everywhere. A couple times today where I went to the opposite side of the river of the fleet, to just get away from people, and the fish are still there. So don't feel like you need to be right in the middle of the big pile of boats to catch fish. The fish are literally everywhere, in every depth line. If you like to zone troll in deep water, go out to deep water, you'll find them. If you like to drag bottom on the outgoing tide, find your depth contour that you like and go get them. There are fish everywhere here, from Buoy 10 on up to Tongue Point. Plenty of fish for everybody to have a great time and make some fun memories. So come on down here, have some fun, make some memories, take some fish to freezer camp and fill it on up. One little cool anecdote experience from today. If you notice, I'm missing a hat. Right in the middle of the chaos, I think we had just landed a quad or something like that. We had doubles, triples. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So right in the middle of all this chaos, we call it the washing machine there, up above the bridge on the Washington side, because you get all the boat weight going, currents going 3 different directions, and it just starts turning into a washing machine. And so you're trying to avoid all the other boats, trying not to get in people's way, and trying to clean up gear. And I had a boat come up in behind me, and I was kind of keeping an eye on them, making sure that they didn't get too close, and they were getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh shoot, I need to hurry up and pull out of here and make sure that my guys are safe and that this boat is aware of what's happening. Well, he was coming up for a reason. He came up and brought his son up front, or a kid up front, up on the bow of his boat. He was probably about probably 6 years old or so, and he's super fan number 99. It was really cool. He was waving. He kind of looked a little starstruck. It was, you know what's so ridiculous about this whole YouTube channel and just being in the fishing industry? We catch fish. We're not that cool. But for whatever reason, people look to us for information and for guidance, and because of that, they, I don't know, maybe put us on a pedestal that they shouldn't, because again, we're just dumb fishermen. That's all we are. But this kid was just so happy to have seen us on the water, and in the middle of all that chaos, I really wanted, he was just so happy. I had to do something for him. So I just took my hat off and had the guy come in a little bit closer, and was able to throw the hat into his boat and give the kid a little memory. So that's one of the cool things about this community, this fishery. You can just make lasting memories for folks, not just catching fish, but stuff like that too. Because I'll tell you, I mentioned this earlier this season, some of my most important memories fishing were when I was a kid and going out with Jack Glass and going out with other people, taking me out, showing me really cool experiences, new things. And it's a pleasure to be able to return the favor and help some folks out. So it was fun. It's a very cool memory for me. Hopefully it's a lasting memory for here. Thanks guys, appreciate it. It's just really cool that hopefully I can give that kid a memory and a memento. Little hat. Oh, that hat's gross too. Ugh. It's been my fishing hat most of the season. Sorry buddy. It's probably got a few sweat stains and blood stains on it, maybe a few fish scales. But honestly guys, come down, have fun. Buoy 10's a blast. Super Bowl salmon fishing. Plenty of fish out there, plenty of water. Again, 40 square mile area. You don't need to fish on top of everybody. Go where you're comfortable, have fun, make some memories, say hi on the water. See you out here guys, all weekend long. I'll keep doing these updates for another, I'll probably be here through the 3rd or 4th, something like that. We'll see how the fishing goes. If it starts getting really good upriver, I'll jump up, but I love it here. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you guys later tomorrow with that.